This series, Up for the Cup, will focus on the 17 London clubs who currently play in the top 5 tiers of English football and their histories in the FA Cup. This episode will focus on Wimbledon and their record in the FA Cup. Wimbledon relocated in 2003 from South London to Milton Keynes, rebranding the club as Milton Keynes Dons in 2004, but the current incarnation of the club considers that it was founded in 2004 and does not lay claim to the history or honours, including the FA Cup win of Wimbledon. In June 2010, Vinnie Jones, a former player of Wimbledon FC, donated his 1988 FA Cup Winners' Medal to the fans of AFC Wimbledon. The medal is on display at Wimbledon in Sporting History's Museum at Plough Lane. On the 2nd of December 2012, AFC Wimbledon faced Milton Keynes Dons in the second round of the FA Cup, in the first ever meeting between the two sides following the relocation of Wimbledon FC to Milton Keynes, with the match ending as a 2-1 defeat for AFC Wimbledon. There will be another feature on AFC Wimbledon's rise to the Football League coming soon. Watch this space. The legendary FA Cup run of 1988 started with a 4-1 home win over West Brom in the third round, a fourth round 2-1 away win at Mansfield Town, and then in the fifth round a 3-1 away win at Newcastle United, and a quarter-final 2-1 home win versus Watford. The semi-final between Wimbledon and Luton, played at White Hart Lane, was in front of one of the smallest FA Cup semi-final crowds of 25,963. Mick Harford put Luton in front before John Fashanu equalised after converting a penalty, and Dennis Wise scored the winner. The opposition at Wembley for Wimbledon would be Liverpool, champions by 9 points and were also aiming for the double and the first club to win the double twice. Wimbledon were given no chance of repeating their Amateur Cup final success 25 years earlier. Looking back, they should have not been taken lightly at all. Narrowly beaten at Anfield 6 weeks prior to the Cup final, they had also won there the season before with a 2-1 victory in the old Division 1 in March 1987. Manager Bobby Gould was one of the few who believed they could win. A series of events that wouldn't be repeated today. The Wimbledon players having a casual kickabout on the Wembley pitch 2 days before the final enraged the groundsman. Players went out for drinks the night before the game, as well as putting the dressing room clock back to keep Liverpool waiting in the tunnel. Over 98,000 fans were at Wembley to witness one of the biggest shocks in an FA Cup final. The tone of the game was established when Vinnie Jones tackled Steve McMahon. The two key moments afterwards are embossed in Wimbledon's history. Lawrie Sanchez scored on the 37th minute of play with a header from a Dennis Wise cross. Then on the hour mark of the game, Dave Beasant made history by making the first penalty save in an FA Cup final. Wimbledon hung on, and at the full-time whistle, up there with his best, John Motson remarked, "The crazy gang have beaten the Culture Club." Since then, AFC Wimbledon reached a third round for the first time since its reincarnation against the same club Wimbledon came up against in 1988. On the 5th of January 2015, the Dons were up against Liverpool at Kings Meadow. Steven Gerrard put the Reds into the lead after 12 minutes. However, cult hero Adebayo Akinfenwa equalised in the 36th minute. The Dons were dreaming at half-time. Just after the hour mark, Gerrard scored his second goal of the game, which was enough for Liverpool to advance into the fourth round. As the Guardian newspaper reported on the night, AFC Wimbledon gave it everything and can be hugely proud of their gargantuan efforts tonight. They gave Liverpool quite the scare, and they really did go close to nicking something. On the 3rd of December 2017, the Dons came up against South London rivals Charlton Athletic, who they beat 3-1 in the second round of the Cup. AFC Wimbledon were awarded with an away trip at Wembley versus Tottenham Hotspur, who were playing their home games at Wembley Stadium while their new home was constructed. The Dons frustrated Spurs going in 0-0 at half-time. However, second-half goals in the 63rd and 65th minutes from Harry Kane and a 71st minute goal from Jan Vertonghen secured a 3-0 win for Tottenham. The first fourth round FA Cup win since the rejuvenation of the club was on the 26th of January 2019 against West Ham United. The Dons were 3-0 up after 46 minutes, with goals from Appiah and a brace from Scott Wagstaff. However, West Ham scored 2 goals in 14 minutes, with Perez and Felipe Anderson netting. In the 88th minute, Toby Sibbick calmed Wimbledon's nerves to make it 4-2. In the next round on the 16th of February 2019, this is the furthest so far AFC Wimbledon have been in the competition since the club's renewal. In the 5th round, Wimbledon lost 1-0 at home to Millwall, Murray Wallace with the solitary goal of the game. Many thanks for watching. Let me know of your FA Cup memories in the comments. Please like, share and subscribe. Stay healthy and safe. See you on the next Up for the Cup episode.